This is Holly Hall from AskHollyHall.com. I'm a master astrologer. I have a background in education, philosophy, psychology, neurolinguistic programming, past life regression, hypnosis therapy, clairvoyance, and remote viewing. I wrote a book called 101 Answers from the Universe, in which I completely downloaded while in meditation this morning, approaching the situation, the political climate that is mind manipulating us. And the message that I received is somewhat of an answer to what you can do personally to overcome. I don't propose to be a channeler or a psychic. All I know is that when I receive this information, there are not words that would normally come out of my mouth. In fact, sometimes I have to look up, is this relevant to the context of this sentence? Because my education doesn't teach me that it is. But when I look it up, yes, it does make. So let's move forward. As we slip into an oasis discovered long ago, a place preserved from surrounding unpleasantness, a refuge, we pretend we are the same, and yet we disconnect. As if everyone is our enemy, guilty before innocent, our brains are washed with thoughts of fear of impending doom. A simple step on a twig will paralyze us. At the same time, it has us jump, reacting to absolutely nothing, the mere existence of a fearful future implanted in our hearts and our minds. And yet it was a simple twig. We have a message for you, and we hope you can listen as well. Do not become codependent on messages. This may seem counterintuitive. Once you know who you are, all of your complications, and all of your gifts, your lessons to be learned, and lessons learned, only then can you translate messages, news, information, and instructions without fear or hope, without expectations, simply as data to be enabled as useful, stored, or dismissed. Your codependency on receiving information that will satiate and alleviate you from the discomfort of your own mind co creates this exact procedure or antidote that is creating your future. Do you see that all of you collectively are creating your future in your own minds? And when those you elected to be in power witness your reactions and actions, they navigate their interaction with you. Now, I do want to segue and make note that the imprint of this message is not just physically checking a box off and electing a leader. When you believe in anyone or anything, you've elected them to be empowerment of you. Let's move forward. Fear feeds off of fear. Sweetness is what feeds the cancer, so to speak. Satiation, desire, expectation, quick fixes, alleviation, self preservation, self medication, self soothing for filling in the field, filling in the void. This is the problem. Many of you believe this is a way to avoid giving up, for you fear that giving up is a state of surrender. Let us reframe this for you. When you surrender your self preservation and expectations of such fears, your suspicions disappear. Despite this, many of you take the road less traveled, and we understand why. With all of the boundaries, mind manipulation, and the need to survive for your basic needs around the clock, you are now weakened. Fear is all you have left to survive, but it does not have to be that way. It does not, if it does not come from love, if it does not feel like love, do not inject your opinion, your thoughts, or your actions on others. If it feels like fear and discomfort, question yourself. Where is this fear coming from within me? Fear is subjective. Love is objective. Subjective most commonly means based on the personal perspective of the preference of a person, the subject who's observing something, fear. In contrast, objective most commonly means not influenced by a biased on a person's viewpoint or based on a person's viewpoint, based on the analysis of a subject of observation only, love. Therefore, if you take the road less resistant, how far do you have to travel before you realize that Not taking the road less resistant is actually less resistant. In other words, you fight your subjective fears more in an attempt, so you presume you can co create your future, a safer future. That's not always the outcome. What if you gave it all up? What if you gave up saving your money, going out to restaurants, substance abuse, buying on Amazon, using food as medicine or as your consultant? What if you gave up searching for love that's outside of who you are? What if you give up believing that somebody can save you? And yet, this is what we advise to you. The collective will save you and protect you. Create your own food, gather around one table with many, and barter other people's services and products. Build each other's homes, fish for each other's food, teach each other, advise each other, listen to one another, cook and preserve together. Do not give up on this. Do not give up on yourself. So what I gathered, this is what I love when I sit and download this information. I learned so much. I mean, some of this is common sense, and yet the way that it is delivered is not that common, and not a lot of people are making sense of it. And so we are in the midst right now of giving up. We are in the midst right now of surrendering. How angry do we have to get? How far do we have to be pushed before we become a collective, empowered entity? Because yes, all of us together is an entity. And we don't have to do it with 9 billion people. We will all create our own individual collective communities, because one community may benefit from another community at given times. That's where we are heading. And I know this is difficult times right now, but that's where we are heading. And the more that you know who you are and what you are in the face of danger, in the face of loss, in the face of nothing, who are you? When you don't have your clothes, you don't have your Amazon, you don't have your bank account, you don't have your job, you don't have your house. Who are you? Who are you? That is the $1,000,000 question. I would love your thoughts. Please post comments. Namaste.